Hey guys, it's JuV Day 5, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to do a tier list of all of the Dimension 20 seasons in honour of the trailer for the next season coming out today. So let's just get straight to it and on with the screen recording, which I've never done before. So I just found this tier maker on the web, and yeah, just going to use it. I've managed to put all of them in order, and one very interesting note, I have not got any in the didn't watch category. I have watched every single Dimension 20 season, and it was all good. So we'll just get straight on with it. Fantasy High is where we start, and Fantasy High is one of the all-time greats, so we're giving it straight away an A. It's just so good, it is what started it all, and you know, it just works. Next up, we've got Escape from the Bloodkeep, which I just rewatched recently as well. So it is also going to get a pretty high mark here because it's just such a fun take on things, and I love it so much. So it's also going to be an A. Can't decide whether it's going to go above or below Fantasy High. It's kind of level pegging for me because it's just, you know, such early days as well. However, the next one that we come to, Unsleeping City, so good, Nat 20, these are the categories that they came with in the first place, so we're just gonna use them, and Unsleeping City is so good, straight up there, just go straight there. Fantasy High, sophomore year. Now, I really like a lot of the stuff in sophomore year, but it's not necessarily as good as some of the other stuff. So I think it's gonna be like down here, it's gonna be a low A, but it's still in A. There's just a lot to it. Then we've got Tiny Heist. And Tiny Heist is very good in a lot of ways. I think it's gonna go below sophomore year. The McElroys are very good in it, and Lily and Jess are very good, but it feels like those two sets don't necessarily interact as well as together. The two of the sets don't necessarily fit as well, almost. Whereas like everyone in Escape from the Bloodkeep works pretty well together. The Intrepid Heroes are just doing their thing all the time. They get on so well, just from start to finish, pretty much. And even like, you know, it just works. Crown of Candy's next, and I think that's going to be above Fantasy High. I don't think it's a Nat 20. I think it's a very high A though, because it's just so good, so very, very good. I really, really like it, and it's just such a inspired concept. You know, just something extremely silly with something so grim dark, and it just, yeah, we're just doing it. Next up, we get to the COVID seasons. So we've got Pirates of Leviathan next. Now, I think this goes in a B. I really loved the cast. I think it worked like really well together. There's some argument to be made that it could be in an A, but I think it's going to be in a B, if only because COVID times just kind of, they were still finding their feet with it a lot, but so much of it works really quite well, and I just think it can sort of, yeah, it's also a sequel season, so it's one of these ones where it's spinning off of Fantasy High sophomore year, and yeah, it's just got a lot of factors that bog it down, but it does a really good job of what it does. Next up, we've got Unsleeping City Chapter 2, and I'm gonna say this is another A. I think that I'm putting it, I'm gonna put it there about the same as Escape from the Bloodkeep. It's up there as being really good. It's a COVID one, and it transcends it a bit more. Like, they play with that format a little bit, with things like doing Roll20 for the first time for a start, but also doing bits and bobs with like casting silence and using the mute button. Like, that was excellent way of doing things. Then we get to the last of the COVID ones, or the last of the proper pandemic like quarantine ones, which is Mice and Murder, and I'm gonna probably be rewatching this soon, but it's so good. It's the one where they really hit their stride with their production for doing things during pandemic quarantines, and I think that it works pretty well. It's one of these ones that I think it goes above Tiny Heist, though. I think it hits there, and it like there's so much very clever things in it, and I think that it would work pretty damn well there. But I think there's some argument to be made that it could go higher. But it's such a fun time. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Then we've got Misfits and Magic, which is going to be again in that sort of same general area. It's very, very good. It's the first time someone that's not Brennan was running a campaign. He was still there, and it was good, but it is a different type of thing, really. It's a very, very good take on things, but I sometimes find Abria, some of her story beats feel a bit rushed because she's trying to do jumping things, and it does work usually, but some of Misfits and Magic didn't quite hit that for me. I think it's kind of in around the same area as Tiny Heist in that regard. Some things just didn't quite gel as well. The 7, however, is the next one, and it's going straight up to Nat 20 as well. It's so good. I love it so much. Just, you know, it is a sequel season, so that is points against it, but everything else, the cast chemistry, the using Roll20 the way they were doing all of the different virtual stuff. I can't remember if it was actually Roll20 they were using for that. They did so much stuff, and it all paid off so well. So it's just so good, so very good, and yeah, just the chemistry of it all works so well. Then we come to Shriek Week, and Shriek Week is the one that I think doesn't work for me most. I'm putting it down here in a C. It's not a Nat 1, but it is not very high on my list at all. It just didn't hit as well. Maybe it's just because I'm separate from the way that the American college system works, but it just, didn't hit, and it, also Gabe Hicks has turned out to be a bit of a weird creep, so, yeah, it's a bit weird. Next we've got Starstruck Odyssey, and that is, I think I'm going to put it in Nat 20 again. It's such a good season. It's another one that I'm very heavily considering rewatching, because it's just that good. I love Starstruck so much. I haven't read the original graphic novel, but I love just the everything in A Starstruck Odyssey is so good. It's fantastic. It's truly just the character dynamics play really well. They were still doing the Roll20 stuff, or whatever system whatever online thing they were doing, virtual tabletop stuff, and it just worked so well. It just all pulled together in ways that worked together. Next up is Coffin Run. That's also going to go in an A. I think it's going to go in around this high A section with all of these. It is truly a bit underrated, I think. I think it's really good. I really enjoyed it. But it was one of the ones that one of the side quests that had Erika Ishii in so much. She's been in this a lot, and I think that is great, but it's just, there's sometimes, surely you could have someone as well or instead of Erika. She's in so many of these, and it sometimes feels like she's taking up space that other people could also be in, but I do like her a lot. She's very good in these, but yeah, sometimes I feel like she could be doing other things. other people could be doing the same thing. Another one that is just going in Nat 20 though is A Court of Fey and Flowers. I really loved it. I loved it so much. I did a rewatch of it recently. I think it's going to be on the lower of these Nat 20s because like it's very, very good and I really, really like it. But like some of the plot stuff, especially towards the end, just kind of feels a little contrived, and it does kind of just all go a little bit much at the end. It wraps up a little bit too neatly in some ways, but that's just, you know, that's a way that things happen sometimes in games, so, you know, just what happens sometimes. Then we've got Never After, and I think this is going to go in a high A. Is it better than Crown of Candy? Maybe? Yeah, I'm going to say it's better than Crown of Candy, because it's very, very good, again, and it does some very interesting things. It plays around with structure and stuff in ways that like, it's one where effects really start being used in other people's stuff. Abria really brings new things to the table, and then other people get to use them as well, especially Brennan. So I really liked a lot of the stuff in that, so it works really well. Then we've got Ravening War, and I'm gonna put this just above Crown of Candy. It's effectively a prequel to Crown of Candy, and I think it takes some of the ideas from Crown of Candy and just goes, bam! We're going to do something bigger and different in ways that Crown of Candy didn't and couldn't, because it was so focused in the way that it was doing. And this got to be a bit longer, it got to be a bit more different. It's just so very, very good. Next we've got Dungeons and Drag Queens. Now, I'm going to put this... I think I'm going to put this above Misfits and Magic, because I, again, really enjoyed it, but in some ways it wasn't for me. It kind of felt like a really good way of getting new people into the show and into the hobby as well, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm at that stage. I'm much more established. Then we get to the last three that we've got here, and Mentopolis, I just rewatched this recently, and boom, it's going straight into Nat 20. It's up there with some of these other ones, just between getting Hank in there and Freddy, the two of them, and Alex Songja, and just the Mike Trap, just the whole just so good, and like tropes, and it was just, yeah, it's so up there. It's such a good season, and I love it so much, and it was one that I got to watch with my wife, because it was coming out and she was interested in it, partly because of Hank being involved, and it's just so good. It's such a good season, and it's so, yeah, it's inspired. Burrow's End is also going in straight up in that Nat 20s. I think I'm going to put it there, in just behind the 7. It's so good. Again, there's so many very, very good Dimension 20 seasons. Like, they don't miss. Like, the closest thing to a miss is Shriek Week, in my opinion, and it just, even that's not that bad, you know? They're just so, everything's so good. They do such solid D&D or RPG content, and it's just so good. It's just so good. Burrow's End is another Abria joint, and it's just very, very fun. I loved it so much. It just hits, and it's so good. Which brings us to number 21, Fantasy High Junior Year, and that sure has to be up here as well. I think I'm gonna put, yeah, no, I think it's the best so far. It's so right up there. It's just so good. Fantasy High Junior Year. Maybe it's just recency bias, but it's so very good. I really, really love it, and it's just good. I think that there's so much that they did in Fantasy High Junior Year, and it paid off because it was so connected to the previous stuff that they'd done, and it just worked. It just worked so well, and yeah. What else can I say? So that's my ranking of all of the Dimension 20 seasons so far. I think it's a pretty good one, but that's my opinion, obviously. I'll put a link to the tier maker down in the links below, and yeah, feel free to tell me your thoughts on them down in the comments. I would love to know, so tell me down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails over there to see other videos by me, click on the link in the description down below to join my Discord, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next day of JuV. Bye!